get out into the sun. Counterintuitive to skin cancer and, the negative benefits of the sun. But what we're finding now, and the research is showing, that people have taken that skin cancer, and it's obviously an issue, and you need to be very cognizant of that. But research is showing is we may have gotten the message too well. In other words, people are not getting enough sunlight, not getting enough vitamin D. And what are the benefits of vitamin D? It's called the sunshine vitamin for that very reason. It's produced by your skin in response to sunlight, produced naturally. All right? What does it do? Well, it helps regulate the absorption of things like calcium and phosphorus. It helps with the growth and development of your bones and your teeth. And finally, very important at a time like now, helps to maintain and improve your normal immune system function and helps prevent and build resistance against certain diseases. We need to be outside. I'll do a whole show, I believe, and there's research into, air conditioning and heat. We evolved, and our immune systems get stronger when they're exposed to the elements. Now, that doesn't mean you have to go outside and freeze, and I'm not a big fan of the ice baths and things like that. Topic for another show, but sunlight, vitamin D, it's free. You don't have to buy the vitamin D when you go out into the sunlight. It's free. And we're starting to make those connections. And again, you're going to see how I said 2 or 3. Some of these things you can connect more than that. You can put them all into play at the same time. All right? So start your walk. Start your day with a walk. Get out in the sunlight. So you're getting your vitamin D and you're getting all those benefits of walking. And finally, I don't know about you, but I'm someone who, I don't know if it's diagnosed seasonal affect disorder, right? SAD. Sunlight's really good for us. Darkness, not so good. Amazing class I'm taking now, part of the Harvard Extension School, certificate in human behavior. So excited to be studying again, officially. And the class is brain and behavior in the extremes. And we're studying sleep deprivation and darkness and circadian rhythms. We need sunlight. Being stuck in your house in the darkness, not good. Not good. And again, in COVID times, we need more than ever to go outside and go for a walk, to get our sunlight and our vitamin D. Number 3, all connected. Connect with friends. Connect with friends. I know I'm boring those of you who are frequent listeners of the show with references to the blue zones, but it's for a reason. I find, there are certain books and concepts that just really clarify for me what we need to do based on science, based on looking at actual, not only studies, but people and groups of people and over time and the connections that people who live a long time have in common. And one of those are social connections. They are so important for us. And in COVID times, we are experiencing the negative aspects of that. I truly believe, not the only one, obviously, but the negative aspects of this isolation, the COVID lockdowns, really not good for us in so many ways. So we need to connect. We need to connect. You need to connect. And this is one of my, weaknesses. I am a solitary person. I love going out for my workouts by myself. I am, grew up in a big family, so my time is valuable to my alone time. So I need to work on this and connect more with people. And that's not texting. Connect whatever way you can. And yes, technology can be one of those ways, but nothing beats in person. Nothing beats in person. So let's start to connect the first 3 I just gave you. What if you went for a walk with your dog and a person or people and got your sunlight? Now we can connect all 3. You can do the first 3 I just gave you all at the same time. Now, I do want to say that I personally love that to be my time, that walk in the morning. Yes, I'm with my dogs, but that's it. And even if we come across other people in the woods, You give them that, friendly hello, maybe a couple seconds, but then we're moving on because I want that to be my time. But you can make those connections in your exercise, in your walk, while you're getting your sunlight as well. Quick study. The title is Social Relationships and Physiological Determinants of Longevity Across the Human Lifespan. This was in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences 2016. Done research by people at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. It drew on data from 4 nationally representative surveys of the U.S. population. And what were the takeaways, the findings? Social isolation increased risk of inflammation by the same amount as physical inactivity, while social integration protected against abdominal obesity. Got to do much more on this, obviously, on Fitness Disrupted, but I wanted to throw that out there. So not only is it good for, your mood and other things like that, research is showing inflammation, abdominal obesity, and finally that aging adults live longer if they have more social connections. Again, one of the takeaways of the blue zones. But I just wanted to throw that one in there really quickly to show you that not only are there cognitive benefits and mood and depression and things like that when it comes to social connections, but there's also physiological responses and positive benefits. And that is the incredible brain-body connection, which is why I love what I do and why I continue to study the psychology of exercise, because we are connected in that way. And you really need to embrace that. What goes on in the head completely affects the body. And that leads perfectly to number 4. Meditate. Now, I know as I say that, I have a tough time. I have a tough time with the social connections. I have a tough time with sleep, getting enough sleep. That's going to come up.